Hello everybody and welcome to our live studio show here on MXGP TV. Hello everybody, welcome to our live studio show on MXGP TV. It's round 11 of the FI Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of South Africa. A brand new venue and the first time we've been here in 18 years, since 2008. On our studio show today, here this weekend, we've got Sacha Coenen, Rebel K10 Factory Racing coming in, Pauls Jonass, Kawasaki Racing Team MXGP, and then we also have Vincent Bereni from Triumph Factory Racing MX2. But before we catch up with any of the guests, Lisa Leyland, here we are, just off the plane from Portugal, straight here.
Yes.
10-hour flight, same time zone in South Africa, and what a wonderful place it is in terms of the track.
Every minute of it, Paul. I'm like a tourist. It's a novelty being in a new venue, a new country, and I know a lot of the paddock are the same. You know, everyone's like, wow, you know, it's brilliant.
No, and the track is absolutely amazing.
And we've got a great view.
We've
got the great view. We should have a studio show up here more often, shouldn't we?
Yeah. Well, look, we'll get a view of the track in a moment. Obviously, we'll get a view from Sacha Coenen as well, and we'll bring him in now. Sacha Coenen, welcome to our studio show here on MXGPTV.com. First impression of the track?
Yeah, it's really amazing to see such a big track. Every time we go overseas, it's kind of amazing to see all these kind of tracks. They're always really big and, really good prep for the moment.
Yeah.
Well, look, let's look at the championship. You arrive here 32 points clear of Guillaume. If we had have said that before Argentina, 32-point lead after 10 rounds, would you have accepted that?
I don't know. I was just looking forward to do some good races and be in front every race. That's the main key, and make the most points possible. So for the moment, we are in a quite good position, let's say. I'm leading the championship, and I'm feeling quite good with the bike and everything. So I'm feeling strong, and I have everything on my side.
All right, and obviously in terms of the championship as well, if you compare 2025 Sacha to 2026 Sacha, what has been the biggest sort of change that you've been able to work on through the off-season and up until now? Because from where we are sitting, maybe consistency. So if that is the case, how do you work that? How do you work on that?
Yeah, for sure. Consistency is the main key on this championship, and I've been there all the races. Just at the start of the championship was not really ideal, let's say, in Argentina, but otherwise I'm getting better now. I'm way more consistent. I'm there every weekend, and I'm scoring a lot of points every weekend. So that's the best thing I can do.
Sure.
Well, like Paul said, you've certainly been more consistent. 14 top 3 race finishes, 7 podium, including the 3 GP wins. Are you enjoying your riding a lot more? Because it actually looks like it out on track.
Yeah, for sure. Every time I go on track, I'm having fun with the bike, with everything, and I'm just going out and every session trying to be the best out there, and I'm having a lot of fun, let's say.
Yeah, well, one of those GP victories came in Latvia. I know we have a clip here. You've won there the last 3 years, Sacha. What is it about this Kegum circuit that you just like so much? It just kind of suits you, doesn't it?
Yeah, let's say it's kind of suited me because I really like this track. It's a bit sandy, let's say, so it's kind of a bit my way. But every year I go there, I win, so that's a good point. But I'm just going good over. I'm just riding good on that track and really consistent, let's say.
You've gone. Obviously, this was one of the times you went 1-1-1. You've been twice 1-1-1 throughout the season. Latvia, then Trentino. That's where you did it for the first time. What was that feeling like? I guess they say the first time is always the best time, whether it's a race win. So to win 3 races on a weekend, how did that feel for you in Trentino?
Yeah, it was really nice to win all 3 races. I'd say it was amazing, and I was just having fun out there. I was getting the stars on Saturday and Sunday, so it was a good weekend, let's say, in Trentino. So the one in Latvia was the best one, let's say, because my brother did also the 3 of them, and I did them also. So we made histories, I'd say. Yeah. So it was amazing that weekend.
That was an amazing weekend. But prior to that, a lot of people have criticised you, Sacha, for being inconsistent, making too many mistakes, la 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 la. But that 1-1-1 in Trentino, do you think that perhaps changed what people thought of you? That consistency is there?
I don't really listen to anybody, so I don't really care. But let's say it's for everybody speak a lot, but they don't see what's behind it. So for the moment now, I'm really consistent. So everybody just sees that I can also be in front every race. So That's the main thing.
Absolutely. Like you said, you are a lot more consistent. After 10 rounds last year, just 3 podiums. But after 10 rounds this year, 7 podiums, including 3 wins, 164 points, and you're leading the championship. There's a massive difference there, isn't there?
Yeah, for sure, it's a big difference. And last year I was making more mistakes. I was feeling a bit less with the bike, but this year we made some good changes and we feel way better. So I'm happy how we worked this winter and how we feel going into finishing the year, let's say.
Yeah. Well, obviously it is our first time here. The first impression of the track, everybody I think has been wow. What was it like to ride? Because maybe what people don't know is the elevation, we're about 1,400 meters. So obviously that has an effect on the bike with loss of power for everybody. How did you find the track? Does it flow nice? You know, the jumps are quite big, but they look okay?
Yeah, the power is still fine because it's really fast, so you don't. It's not really tight corners, but you can feel it quite at some places, I'd say. But for me, it doesn't matter really. I'm quite light, so that's a good key, let's say. But yeah, you feel it that the bike is a bit less power, but for the start should be a little bit better at some places.
Sure. And obviously you're leading the championship, Lucas is leading the championship. How are the conversations at home after each Grand Prix at the moment?
Just normal.
Just normal?
Always
Playing
having
cards,
fun. Yeah.
walking the dog?
Yeah.
Straight after here, you're going to go to the US again, Southwick. So how does that work? Sunday night on the flight and then arrive Monday morning, or how?
Yeah, sure. Sunday evening on the flight and going there, training a little bit, and go to the race and have some fun.
Yeah.
You haven't had any time off, though, have you? How many weekends on the bounce has that been for you guys?
I don't know. I didn't count it.
It's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot. But till the end of the year, I'm just every weekend busy. So I think we like it. We're still young, so we can adapt to it
exactly
quickly.
that, and you're keeping that momentum going as well, which is that intensity is there always. So that's a really good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
We are now in the second half of the season, obviously. We have a weekend off, as in MXGP, and then we've got Fox Hills and then Czech Republic, and of course Lommel, the MXGP of Flanders. What do you know about the GP circuit in England? Because obviously it's the first time for all of you guys. We've not been there in more than 20 years. Have you seen pictures? Is it a circuit that you think you would enjoy?
Yeah, I've seen some pictures. It's looking quite nice. I think a good track for me. But yeah, I think would be nice. I saw some good jumps and everything, so I think would be a nice one.
Cool. Well, look, we are out of time here. Thanks for joining us. All the best this weekend. You are leading the championship, 32 points. Be interesting to see how this circuit races a little later today with the qualifying race and what we can expect tomorrow. But enjoy this weekend, enjoy next week in Southwick, and we'll see you out on the track. And also, we'll see you in Fox Hills a couple of weeks from now.
Yeah.
Sacha Coenen, thank you
Thanks,
very
Sacha.
much. Right, our next guest is waiting to join us, Pauls Jonass, of course, Kawasaki Racing Team. We'll catch up with him in a moment, but here's a little episode snippet from Behind the Gate, episode 9, Back in Time, or The Brotherhood. And we're going to follow a little bit here with Kevin Brumman, so enjoy this little clip. See you in a moment.
I know mentally, I don't know how to say it. I know I could hold up the speed if I would have been like 100% fit.
Yeah.
But I'm not. And it's just mentally so frustrating.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest struggle at the moment because I keep my training. I did like when I destroyed the shoulder, when I felt like a marathon runner. Obviously it's not the same as riding. I just feel like unfit, like so much riding time is missing.
But then that only comes with time. There's not really a lot you can do about that other than ride your bike.
That's true. But it's quite frustrating when you like try your best on the weekends, then it like you're down for maybe Monday, then you get yourself back up and you try again Tuesday, Wednesday riding.
It's one of those things. It's like I think Jeffrey said it before. He said when he was injured, he raced himself fit, and I think you're in a similar situation. You've got to race yourself fit.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Good luck in race 2.
Thank you.
It was for sure a good step in the right direction. Even though I'm still not really happy with my riding, because obviously my condition has to be better, just ride endurance, I'm still missing a lot of time on the bike. Position-wise, definitely it was a step, like it was good. 16 is not, I would say it's not too bad. At least I could see that I could hold on for the speed for the first 20 minutes, and then obviously I had to drop it because I just didn't have the endurance yet. it was a good feeling. It showed me that I'm still able to ride a bike. I doubt it a little bit, but we're still good.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Leyland. Our second guest joins us now, Pauls Jonass, Kawasaki Racing Team. PJ, how are you? First of all, welcome to Argentina. First time here? Argentina. South Africa. I tell you, everything's going mad today.
It does all blur into one, doesn't it? At some point, midway.
South Africa, here we are.
Yeah. No, it's nice. Yeah, first time for me, and the track is pretty nice. And this morning was quite muddy, but it's drying up, and hopefully it's going to be good racing.
Yeah. Well, look, first up, congratulations on the new edition. What, 2 Rugrats running around now, 2 mini PJs. How is that in the mornings at your house with the dog, with the morning run, with the kids, with the new one, with the wife as well?
Yeah, it's actually quite good. I like to wake up early in the morning, so I can do some training before they wake up, and then, then it's full-time job. you know, like here's a holiday.
Well, I'm going to say, some people might say you come here just to get away from that, just to be
Yeah. It's like we are laughing with the wife that I'm going for a holiday.
Yeah.
Okay, well, your championship. 6-6 in Portugal last weekend, 6th overall. Were you happy with that result, Pauls?
Yeah, I think first time this year I did 2 consistent motos, so that was the key. Good starts, good speed, and finally put together 2 good motos.
Yeah, okay. In general, are you happy with your setup, your speed? Are you enjoying the racing this year?
Yeah, for sure. And maybe the beginning of the year was difficult, but now it's getting better and better.
Yeah, okay.
What about like your pace and things like that? You happy with all of that?
Yeah, I think the pace has been good. Just the starts are really key in this year, and the competition is very high, so it's not so easy to be up front if you don't get a start. So the pace has been good. Just need to put everything together.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you back to your home Grand Prix in Latvia. Finally, we got you behind the gate there after missing the last couple, and the previous one there, I think you made the podium. 7-5, 5th overall. How was that weekend for you? Because with you and just the atmosphere in general, it looked like everything was really good. Good crowd as well, because the weather also played its part.
Yeah, the weather was really good, and also I think the track was the best it's been for years. So I enjoyed it. I think it was the first time that I really enjoyed it. I took everything in and enjoyed the time with the fans and the family. So it was really nice.
Yeah, well, you mentioned that, the fans and that as well, but we've also got the Racialist brothers as well. You know, Yanis, Carlis, we've got Kublins in EMX. Latvia's in a good place at the moment in terms of like riders coming up. I believe you were the guy that set the benchmark for that, you know, with being on that program, winning a world championship, and you know, and I think when we see that next generation coming through now, the fans were there for you. They were also there for them. In that respect, speaking to the organisers there, was it a successful weekend as well?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I think this is the first year when I was there that I felt that the crowd is just there, not for me, you know? Like, there were some other good guys, and...
Does that give you less pressure as well, then?
Yeah, from one side, yes, but I think I'm just getting older, and I'm just putting the pressure on the side and taking everything in, you know, getting the good vibes from the fans and the people around. So that was a positive. Just... yeah, like you said, I think the Latvian motocross is in very good place. Like, even in the 85, 65, 125, we have some good riders, and it's looking good for the future.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, you're 10th in the MXGP standings, but that doesn't really tell the whole story, does it? The surprise is that you're 10th, because you have had, I guess, a few unlucky weekends. Argentina, Andalusia, Switzerland as well is an unlucky one for you guys. But apart from those weekends, was everything else okay? Was all good?
Yeah, like I said before, you know, the starts has been an issue. So the results on the paper are not so good like I'm feeling. So that's a little bit disappointing, and hopefully I can turn it around for the second part of the season.
Well, this year in MXGP, 8 world champions in this class. When you're out on track, Pauls, do you notice that? Do you feel the depth and the intensity, just how fast it is out there with you guys?
Oh yeah, like especially in the race day, like
Yeah.
sometimes I finish, I'm behind the good guys and I finish and I'm like, yeah, what place I got? Yeah, P8. I'm like, 8? That's pretty bad, you know? But then you see the riders up front and it's like, okay, it's actually not that bad. So like I said, the class is really stacked and very, very good riders there.
Yeah, it is intense, and it's quite interesting actually, because even in the time practice sessions, you know, and we've got time practice coming up shortly for you, for MX2 as well. Just the sort of almost like the bragging rights, you know, you kind of sit there and go, oh yeah, I was only 10th in time practice, you know, any rider, but then you look and the gap is so close now, even on the 1 lap sprint. Is that going to be like that here today, do you think? Because it's a new track and, you know. Yeah,
I think it's going to be really close. Like now, especially this morning, there was mostly you could hit only outsides because the inside was too muddy. So I think the gaps is going to be really close. And like you said, this year, like sometimes I think like, oh, that was a really, really good lap. And I come in, I'm like, oh, 2 seconds off. So
only.
It's like, okay, it's some work to do.
2 seconds is good.
Yeah, no, but it's really crazy. Like you see in also the last GPs, like Lucas and Jeffrey, the pace they're setting up front is quite impressive. So yeah, we will keep working and try to get closer to them.
Yeah.
What is your goal then between now and the rest of the season? Just to be consistent like you were in Portugal, like you were at home in Latvia? Yeah,
I think around the top 5 is a decent goal now, and yeah, just do my best every moto, every weekend, and hopefully we can step on the podium at least once this year.
Yeah. You mentioned a minute ago about being older, a little bit older and stuff, but do you find you're riding a little bit more maturely as well? And I won't say taking less risks or anything like that, but you read a race differently. You know, if you make a bad start, you don't panic on the first lap, for instance, or if you make a good start, you know how to control that situation as well.
Yeah, I think so. Like experience helps, you know, like not the oldest guy, but I'm getting there. So let's be honest, I'm 29, so 3, 4, 5 years more, and then I think it's gonna be it. So yeah, I'm feeling good on a bike. Like I think I make more smart decisions, not rushing too much, but like we also said before, like the level is so high that you just have to take the risk, otherwise you're way behind.
Yeah. And finally, obviously he's the first time here. First impressions of the track, how did it ride? Because as we said to Sacha, you know, with the altitude, with the elevation, you do lose a little bit. Maybe it doesn't feel so much with the 450, but do you still notice it compared to Portugal last week?
Yeah, the difference is quite big, and especially this morning the track was really deep and wet and heavy, so you really feel like lack of power, and it was really fast, and yeah, like some big jumps, like the triple behind there is massive. Like you get some airtime there.
It's hang time, isn't it? It's almost like I'm trying to think who the guy was that jumped there, you know, up onto the Arc de Triomphe in Vegas. But you know, from that side, it just hang time, nice and float, and then just pick up the downside.
Like the first lap I hit it, I was like, oh my god, that's high.
It looked high from where I was stood just watching in the free practice.
Yeah.
Well, look, PJ, enjoy your weekend, enjoy the rest of the season, and all the best this weekend. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
No problem.
Pauls.
Our final guest, Vincent Bereni, is getting ready to join us now, but before we catch up with him, here's a snippet from the latest episode of Behind the Gate, episode 10, Back in Time, featuring Fantic Racing. Of course, that was this will feature the GP in Montevarchi a couple of weeks ago, so we'll see you there. Enjoy on the other side.
Here we are in the Fantic headquarters. As you can see, we are here with the racing department, where all the mechanics and engineers working for the new project and for improving the racing bikes. Normally, when I go to the racing all the weekends, I collect the feedback of the rider, and I tell in every detail to the engineers and mechanics, and they start to work for improving week by week the racing performance, for give to the rider the best package is possible. On the ground floor we have the technical department, and behind the building we have the testing bench area. We have the engine test bench and we have the dyno bench. The production of the standard bikes are not here but in Minarelli in Bologna.
I'm really happy to find the collaboration with Fantic because yeah, with the previous year I've been satellite team. We did a real good job also with that brand. After I visited the factory from Fantic, what was for me the first impression was really nice, and I was immediately really impressed. We have a nice start with Brent and with Alberto. He's doing very well because from my side, Alberto was 1.5 years actually off the bike after a big injury. Brent get some injuries. He's coming back also. But step by step we move up, and I look really positive to the future.
Io rimane bambino di capo. Quando baci vanno di capo.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the final part of our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Leyland. Our final guest, Vincent Bereni, joins us now. Of course, Triumph Factory Racing MX2. Good to see you, Vince. Triumph having an okay season at the moment. I say okay because knowing you like I know you, there's always room for improvement, right? Even though your two riders are second and fourth and they've got Grand Prix wins and race wins and everything else. Would I be right?
Yeah, you're totally right. Yeah.
Just put the mic a little closer if you don't mind. Thank you. But yeah, honestly, it's been okay so far, hasn't it, the first 10 rounds?
No, for sure. Like we're quite happy with all those podiums and the race win. We have also our failure on the team side, so this is the negative point on the season, and we have to catch up points. So, yeah, it's all in.
Well, in terms of the success, 12 podiums so far for both riders, 6 each, including 3 Grand Prix victories. By far the most successful season so far, but we're only at the halfway point. Compare that to 2024 and 2025, where you just had 6 podiums. You know, from the 2 years and no wins. That is a massive step forward. So what kind of changes have you, the team, the riders, the engineers, everybody kind of made in order to make such a massive, or maybe it wasn't such a big step, it was just the next step?
No, I think the 24 we were like not really knowing where we were going. Like we have to develop, keep improving the bike. 25 we keep on learning. 26 we changed a lot of things, not only the bike, the approach, the process basically, and Clément de Salle, which is the trainer for the rider and as well the test rider, has been a huge point in this change. Also in the team, like we adjust a little bit the team, we changed the process of working, and that seemed to work. But at the end of the day, the boys are on the bike, so we cannot do it for them.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, like you mentioned, Triumph has just worked so hard to get to this position, and I guess wins are expected now, aren't they? But when Camden picked up his first GP overall for Triumph in Andalusia, what was that like for you and for the entire team?
Well, it was a bitter feeling, to be honest with you.
Right.
Like, that's what I just said, because like on that weekend, I felt like we dominate, and that's the result of the work, and unfortunately we have a failure and we could not enjoy as much the podium. So I think was more enjoyment going to France with the 1-2 in France, because we were looking for that for a long time. But in the same time, the first podium, I think the first overall for Camden was really cool. Like during the week, you realize and you go like, he deserved it for all the hard work, and
the whole team deserved it.
Yes.
Because of Triumph's success, Vincent, it really does feel that you've been around for so much longer than what you have been. Like, you forget it's only been 3 years, really. Are you happy with the success that Triumph has had in these 3 years?
No, I think Triumph is.
See?
Triumph is for sure, because like, you know, like when you build a complete new bike, and many manufacturers have tried, you know, like you break into the top 10, everybody's excited, and then you're trying to reach to the top 5, and then you set your goal, you know, step by step, 3 years program, 5 years program. I never went that way. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. That was obviously the podium there in Andalusia. Moving on to Guillaume Ferrez, 7 race wins this year, 2 Grand Prix victories. The first of which was in France with a 1-1, as you said. Was that a big deal at the time as well? Because obviously you've experienced the top step of the podium there with Camden. You know, with a, was it 2-1 there, and then obviously when you go to France, you also then get a 1-1. Does that make a difference, or is top step all day long? It doesn't matter how you get there.
No, like, I mean, you know, we said last year if we reached the podium, everybody was excited. Then we go to Argentina, we put 2 bikes on the podium, and it was 2-3. And now, like, Italy, for example, we went 2-3, but I was really not happy.
Yeah.
I felt like we give it away. So no, from now on, I think we prove everybody that we belong there. So we need to fight in the front every weekend. But it's a very stacked, you know, class with a lot of riders that I respect a lot, and then they will turn things around. So we cannot be sleeping. When we're winning, we need to analyze why we didn't win with a stronger gap. That's the point.
Just looking at the run to the finish line between these two in France, you know, it's very close. Obviously, you're on the verge of going 1-2, and then obviously they come out of the final couple of corners together. They're almost locking bars on that final step up. I was like, what were you did you see that, or were you already down at the podium at that point?
No, I was following the whole last lap, but they worked all week together, so they respect each other, and I know they're not going to get dirty to each other, so I trust them. And
I like the fact that you allow them to race as well.
No, for sure.
You know
That's we will split them, you know, and let them be, I would say, on the last race.
Sure. Just real quickly, Guillaume won all 3 races last weekend. Of course, the qualifying race, the 2 races on Sunday, reduced the gap from 41 to 27. It's now 35. There's obviously been, you know, an incident there, waved yellows towards the end of the race, which I didn't know about until I saw the results and inquired about it. But aside from that, Guillaume, I think, was by far the best rider on the track all weekend in either MXGP or MX2. He looked like a different rider on a different racetrack last week.
Yes, he arrived with a lot of confidence. You know, everything was clicking. You know, like, and when it's like that, he can express himself and show that he can be really strong. But on the other hand, like, I'm gonna come back on Camden, which is Mr. Sand for everybody, and he won a medal in Montevarchi, which is one of the, you know, hard pack, old school type of tracks. So I think the 2 boys have been showing that they can do what Guillaume do.
Yeah,
sure.
Well, it is a home GP for Camden. It's a new venue for pretty much everyone. How's the weekend been for the team so far? And how is Camden dealing with, I guess, the pressure and the excitement of having a home GP for the first time in his career?
Well, this is a test, obviously. But no, so far so good. The track is awesome. Like, I feel like I'm in US, to be honest with you. Like, it's really cool. And no, Camden is pretty relaxed. We talked before the race, obviously, and you know, like, you have to stay wired, you know.
Yeah. And just real quick, we've got about another sort of 30 seconds to go. We are at elevation in Spain. In Argentina, it was around 845 meters. Talking to 1 or 2 sort of industry people, mechanics and stuff, they were saying there was maybe a loss of around about 5%. I'm guessing that is increased because this weekend we're at 1400.
Yes, quite a bit increase.
Yeah.
However, the density of the air is working for us, so far so good.
Yeah, okay. Well, look, Vincent, thanks for joining us up here. All the best and continued success with you guys at Triumph Racing, Factory MX2 this weekend and onwards through the season as well. Thanks for joining us this weekend.
Thank you.
Well, look, we are out of time, and of course, we've got the time practice sessions to come here later on today. And of course, we've got Well, it was 12:45. It's now an hour earlier because of the change in schedule. But we're going to be back shortly with time practice MX2, MXGP, then the qualifying races. Early bath today, and an early start tomorrow morning as well. So the whole schedule is switched. So check out mxgp.com for the new time schedules if you've not seen them already. So that's it. Thanks to our guests, to Vincent, to Pauls Jonass, to Sacha Coenen, to Lisa, and the team behind the scenes here this weekend. Enjoy this weekend in South Africa. See you next time. Bye for now.